Welcome everyone to another startup and automobile documentation. What we have here is a 2024 Nissan Armada Platinum. This Armada is painted in Hermosa Blue Pearl. It does have intelligent key access at the front doors. And on the key fob you have the buttons for remote start, lock, unlock, power tailgate release, and panic. Storage on the front door panels. You have power windows, locks, and mirrors, along with power folding mirrors. Two-person memory settings for the driver's seat. This one has a black interior, and the Platinum trim includes quilted leather seating surfaces. Both front seats are fully powered with two-way power lumbar support. But now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. And along with Smart Key, it does have push-button start. In the world of Nissan SUVs, the full-size Armada sits at the top of the lineup. It competes with other full-size SUVs like the Ford Expedition, Chevy Tahoe, and Toyota Sequoia. The Armada made its debut for model year 2004, although 2004 models were actually called the Pathfinder Armada, intended to be a larger alternative to the smaller Nissan Pathfinder. However, the next year for 05, the Pathfinder part of the name was dropped, and the model has been known simply as the Armada ever since. As of the 2025 model year, the Armada is now in its third generation. This 2024 model represents the second generation of the Armada, codenamed Y62, which was produced in North America from model years 2017 through 2024. While the first generation Armada was based on the half-ton Nissan Titan full-size pickup, the second-gen Armada is essentially a rebadged 6th generation Nissan Patrol, which had been sold internationally since 2011. It's worth noting, though, that North America had been receiving the 6th-gen Patrol since 2011 as well, but only as its luxury-branded counterpart, the 2nd-gen Infiniti QX56/QX80. We just didn't get it in its Nissan-branded form until 2017, when it became the 2nd-gen Armada here. For 2021, the 2nd-gen Armada got a facelift, which heavily updated and modernized the front and rear fascias, in addition to giving it updated infotainment and tech, more standard safety features, and so on. It also got 10 extra horsepower. The second generation would also be the final generation of Armada to use a V8 engine. The US market 2024 Armada came in 3 trim levels: SV, SL, and Platinum as shown here. The sole engine was a 400 horsepower 5.6-liter V8, which pairs up to a 7-speed automatic transmission. Rear-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive are your drivetrain options. So in the instrument cluster, we have 4 analog gauges: your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge, with, of course, a large digital info display that can be gone through via these controls on the steering wheel. So right now we have our rear seatbelt indicator, which is nice, but we have our main menus here. So the home screen right now, your compass, outside temperature, clock, and your digital speedometer, radio along the bottom. So you have your fuel economy here, radio info, auxiliary gauges, so your oil pressure, voltage, cruise control info, driving assist info, safety features basically. You have your tire pressure, warnings, messages, and then you have all sorts of settings. So your driver assistance settings, vehicle settings. You can even customize the display, so what you want on your main menu, as you can see. You can also control your trip computer, reset that as well, any of your panel dimmers buttons right here. It has a 4-spoke design, heated, leather-wrapped, and multifunctional steering wheel. It does have sport grips. And as for controls, on this side, you have your information display controls and your volume and seat track controls for the audio system. Then on this side, you have your adaptive cruise controls, Bluetooth, phone control button, and your voice command button. And with this, you can toggle on or off those safety features. Now the steering wheel is power, tilt, and telescopic. The parking brake is foot operated. You can toggle power to that back door. You can release the power tailgate, toggle that heated steering wheel, and right here you can toggle your lane departure and blind spot warnings. So a climate vent for the driver. On this side is your exterior lighting stock. Then on this side you'll find your wiper stock, and it does have automatic wipers. Going down the center of the interior, first things first, you have a premium Bose sound system with that speaker up top right here. You have your touchscreen infotainment system, which we'll go over the system more in a bit. Physical controls, your volume power knob, tuning knob, seat track, adjust the brightness for that. Passenger airbag indicator, climate vents, hazard light switch, push button ignition. You have dual zone automatic climate controls for the front, and you also have a rear set of climate controls with the controls down there. But you have your temperature for either side, auto, on, off, sync, AC, different zones, defrosters, different zones, etc. And then, of course, you have 3-stage heated and cooled front seats as well. Behind this cover is a wireless charging pad, a 12-volt power outlet. Now below here, you have a USB-A and a USB-C port. And right here is your trailer brake controller. Next to the shifter, you can toggle your snow and tow haul modes along with your traction control. Entering reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines. You also have an overhead camera. It'll bring up your parking sensors as well, and it even tilts down the side view mirrors. Change to different views, curbside camera. Really nice having that in a big old SUV like this. Now, right here with this camera button, it'll bring up even more of your camera views. So you have your front view camera, as you can see. And then the rest of these controls, basically they're physical controls for the infotainment system if you don't want to use the touchscreen. So nice how they give you both the options depending on what you like. Then you have 2 cup holders behind this cover. Big center console with storage. You can toggle power to the household style power outlet. The glove box is lockable. Grab handles on the A-pillars as well as overhead. Vanity mirrors, lights, and extensions for both sun visors. You do have your rear view mirror right here, which as you just saw is a camera mirror. You have your garage home link, and this thing is like a mini infotainment system in the rear view mirror. You can adjust the brightness, adjust the camera position, even rotate it, indication on off, dimming on and off. You can even change the language, and then menu again takes you back through here. On the overhead console, you have your LED reading lights, roadside assistance, a sunglass holder, and your power sunroof controls. Alright, and here's the touchscreen infotainment system in this 2024 Nissan Armada Platinum. Now this generation of Armada dates back to 2011 as the Nissan Patrol. So this is Definitely a dated vehicle, dated platform, and 2024 is the last year, of course. But what Nissan has done is they kept it pretty up to date with these refreshes over the years. And by 24, you have a really nice modern infotainment system. So the home screen right here, you have 3 pages. You can customize these widgets. Customize it right here. Now customize split screen. So this, you can control what shows up on this part of the screen right here. Turn by turn, audio info, weather forecast if you have that Travel Link subscription, or a digital or analog clock. So there's that. And all the while, you can also use the knob down below, the physical controls as well, but I'll just use the touchscreen for now. So for phone, pretty self-explanatory, pairing a phone. So under info, you have your Nissan Connect services, apps you might have downloaded, Alexa, for instance. And then again, your SiriusXM Travel Link stuff, so if you have a subscription for that, you get your local fuel prices, local weather kind of stuff. Under audio, again, awesome Bose sound system, AM, FM, SiriusXM, plus Bluetooth audio streaming, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. Now you have navigation. Of course, a responsive map. It's a 2024 vehicle. It's what you would expect. Points of interest. Just pick any category. Brings the nearest ones. Connections. All sorts of settings, mainly for the system. Camera settings, that kind of stuff. Then back to that home screen menu. I think this is a really intuitive infotainment system, and I really like what Nissan has done. Despite having this Armada be on as outdated of a platform as it is, they've kept it up to date in terms of technology, creature comforts. It's just really, really nice in here. So now we'll roll down the driver's window and have a look at the engine bay. All 4 windows are fully automatic. Forgot to mention, of course, your blind spot mirrors. The Armada Platinum rides on 22-inch 14-spoke alloy rims. Very modern looking front end. By looking at it straight on, you wouldn't realize that this thing is on a platform that hadn't been redesigned since 2011. Beautiful blue color as well. The 2024 Armada is powered by the VK56VD 5.6-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine branded as the Endurance. It has an aluminum block with aluminum heads, dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, direct injection, as well as variable valve event and lift. Horsepower is rated at 400 at 5,800 RPM, and torque is rated at 413 pound-feet at 4,000 RPM. This engine is paired to a 7-speed automatic transmission with a manual shifting mode, and this Armada is a rear-wheel drive model. Running on recommended premium unleaded with a 26-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates are 14 mpg in the city and 19 mpg on the highway. It has a fully independent suspension with a double wishbone setup front and rear. 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes are standard. Max tow capacity is 8,500 pounds. The fuel cap is on the driver's side. You do have for roof racks. Pretty dark tinted windows in this one as well. Storage on the back door panels. I absolutely love the ruffled leather appearance. Tweeters. You got captain's chairs back here with a big center console, but it's got these levers here. Seat folds right up out of the way to get access to that third row, which we will check out now. Alright, so here we are in the third row of seats in the Armada. So what do we get for creature comforts? You have cup holders on either side, and you can even power recline the seat backs, just for added comfort with these switches, which is really nice to have that kind of adjustment. You even have your own grab handles back here, your own climate vents. Now, space, as someone who's about 6'1", I can fit back here, and I can definitely ride back here. I actually have some good headroom. I mean, of course, it's not the most comfortable back here, but for a third row seat, I think it's actually pretty sufficient. Yeah. But nonetheless, we'll check out the second row now. Alright, now both front seats have mat pockets on the backs. Yep, the same lever to fold the seats down, you can also use to recline the second row seats. Grab handle on the B-pillar back here, again, and up above. Reading lights. Where do I even start back here? This thing has got all sorts of stuff. You have a console with a generous amount of storage right here. The captain's chairs, it just feels like a lounge. You feel like you're sitting first class. Cup holders right here behind this cover. Big old storage area right here. You still get in the second row the beautiful diamond quilting, the brown piping on the seats. And then we got some goodies down here. For one thing, we have 2-stage heated second row seats. And then you've got your own set of climate controls, auto mode, fan speed, power mode, or your temperature, different zones, and power. Down here you have a USB A and C port, a 12-volt socket, and a household-style power outlet. I'm about 6'1" with the driver's seat in a pretty comfortable position, and legroom is good. I mean, legroom is frankly excellent. Headroom is the same. This is just such an awesome road trip vehicle. Even though this is a dated platform, and this is only a Nissan, this is not the luxury branded Infiniti QX80, which rides on this platform, I feel like I'm in a luxury SUV. Just with the way they did the beautiful stitched leather, ruffled leather, the wood, little touches like the tweeters right here. I don't know, this thing just feels like a road trip king. Now, if you want a full-size SUV, for one thing, this has the naturally aspirated V8, and for some people, there's no replacement for displacement, so if you'd rather have this over a twin-turbo V6, which, granted, are really impressive engines in their own right, but, you know, if you prefer a V8, pure raw displacement, there's this. 2024 is the last year for it like this, though. It's a dated platform. It shows its age in some ways, but in other ways you can tell they've really done what they could to modernize it and keep it up to date. And the end result is just a real, in my opinion, a beautiful SUV inside and out. I mean, particularly on the inside with this platinum trim level. I mean, you can tow with it. I don't think this one's four-wheel drive, but if you don't need it, that's not an issue. Even if it's not quite as up-to-date as, say, like the General Motors full-size SUVs, Ford Expedition, Toyota Sequoia, this is still a good SUV, just because it hasn't been redesigned in quite a long time. It's been refreshed and modernized. It's the last hurrah for the V8 in this thing. Single exhaust, rear wiper, and you do get a power tailgate on this Platinum. The Armada provides 16.5 cubic feet of cargo space with all the seats up, 49.9 cubic feet with the third row folded down, and 95.4 cubic feet with both the third and second rows folded down. You have a power outlet back here, and with these switches you can power fold up and down the third row seats, which is nice. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2024 Nissan Armada. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.